even after that, they are not throwing away the knowledge, keeping it. And fourth is preservation. And fifth is transmission. It is being transmitted to the younger generation. So the experience that the older people they are receiving, they are giving it to the younger generation. The first observation, this is very, very important. If we are not observing properly, it becomes very difficult. Many of you, and I think most of you are knowing the story that one demon was there. He was very forceful, powerful, and he conquered the whole universe. And then afterwards, gods particularly became terrified what to do. Then they created Goddess Durga, and Goddess Durga came, and she was sitting on the top of a hill, and she was so beautiful. Then this demon, the people of the demon, they came to know about, and the demon came, and he must have observed how this lady is alone sitting over here. Then when he approached that lady, and that she said, well, I can marry you, but the only condition is you have to fight with me. And if you can defeat me, then only I will marry you, because that is the promise I have taken. That this person, his observation was wrong. He wrongly observed the Divine Mother, so powerful, and naturally he made a mistake. That if we make an observation incorrect, then our decision will be wrong. The observation, then discrimination. When the gods are afraid of me, how come this lady is challenging me? But that demon didn't do that. What he did, he challenged that lady, and what was the result? He died. So that is the thing, that we must be very, very careful about the observation. Then the discrimination comes, and third is utilization. We have to use the whole thing properly. After the utilization, that knowledge is preserved. So many knowledges we are acquiring, preserving. There's a library. They are also maintaining a library. What is this library? The knowledge preserved, so that the next generation can get it. And after the preservation, this is transmission. This the whole thing is called education. The long back, particularly I will talk about the India, there our people, they solved this problem. Then afterwards, they started thinking, what is it? They solved the problem of external world. They conquered the whole thing. They were having, as we call in Hindi, roti, kapda and makan. That problem was solved. Then afterwards, they didn't see it. Again they were thinking, Ko ayam, kutu ayata, kava gati me. Who am I? Where from have I come? Where I am going to go? This is the thought. They started thinking very seriously. And then they started observing. And where from I have come? This is the question. To get that answer, they started observing the whole world. Pariksha lokan, karmachitan, brahmana, nirveda maya, akata kritena. In our history, they have not written the history properly, otherwise it is unique. They were going on experimenting, whole world they were experimenting. And they were experimenting from the earth, from the tree, from the air, from the sky. Everywhere they were experimenting, they were examining, is this the place from where we have been created? From where I have come? They have said, no, this is not the answer. Then they are going on. And all these things happened. Who were the people they were doing? The long back, they started telling themselves, suggesting themselves one mantra, Charai Veti. Go on, move on, don't stop. The moment you stop, that very moment you are dead. One gentleman, he was traveling, and he had to go a long way to get some knowledge. After traveling for a long time, he got tired and started thinking, let me go back. Then the Indra came. This is the stories. And the Indra came and said, that if you are going back, there's the same road you have to follow, and already you are tired, then how can you go back? Why don't you go forward? This is the same thing you are going to do. You have to walk, you have to move and move forward instead of going backward. And the moment you are moving forward, you are leaving. And if you are going backward, you are dead. So charai beti. This go forward, go forward, go forward. Your other people, they have done so many things. Be thankful to them. And then take up the experiences and move forward, move forward. Our people did that. And after solving all this problem of food, shelter, clothing and all these things, they were thinking, who am I? Where from I have come? The research went on. Those people who were doing the research, they are called rishis. Other people were supporting them. And they used to go to the caves, to the forest, to the very quiet place, and they used to go on pondering over the one thought, who am I? Where from I have come? And by that, slowly, they understood the problem is with our mind. Because it is going out. Why it is going out? Because we have the 5 senses, sense organs. What are those 5 sense organs? Like that they discriminated, they found out Chakshu, Karna, Nashika, Jiva, Tak. The Chakshu means the eye, in Indian words you will surely understand. Karna, the ear and the nose and all like that. And it is taking our mind outside. But what are the things that they are enjoying? The Rupa, Rasa, Sabda, Sparsha and Gandha. These are the 5 objects, the 5 organs are constantly taking it back to the mind, and the mind has become so turbulent. Have to control the mind. What happened? The description is there. Kaschit dhiraha pratyak atmanamaishat avritta chakshu amritattamichan. They examined the external world, but after not getting the answer properly, they started examining themselves. When they were asking the question to the external world, what did they find? That everything is changing. Whatever we see, that everything is changing. And if things are changing, then it is of no use. There must be something constant, static, that they wanted to find out. So they started examining themselves. They went down and they are explaining in this way, in different pages of the Upanishads. Hiranymayena patrena satyasya vihitam mukham tattam pushana pavrinu satya dharmaya drishtai. Just like the scientist, when it is almost reaching to the goal, almost going out to get the result, how much excited. And these also, our rishis also, the spiritual scientist also, when it is going down, concentrated his mind and is going to find out the truth, what happened? As if something is covered with the golden things, hiranmayena patrena, like the golden cover. So then he was praying to the sun god. Remove it, I don't want this, I want to see the truth, I want to face the truth, because I am the seeker of truth. And what is that truth? The wonderful, the way they were explaining it. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya apihitam mukham. The face of the truth is covered with this. Please remove it. Tattam pushanna pavrinu satya dharmaya drishtaye. And after that what happened? The moment he got the result, the moment he got the truth, and he was so excited he could not express his joy in words. He said, Ahu, 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 Ahamannam, 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 Ahamannadu, Ahamannada. Like that. He went on telling. This is so excited. After the scientific experiment, when they get the result, and what they do, they come out and shout. They'll be writing, immediately they'll be writing in the journals, yes, I have found it out. And you should also know, Srinnandu Vishye Amritasya Putraha. After getting the truth, he was not sitting quiet. He was not just enjoying it alone. He was trying to give it, he was trying to distribute it among all. Srinnandu Vishye Amritasya Putraha. This is a very special word they used, Amritasya Putra. Now we are not dead. When our body may die someday, sometime, but we are not dead. We are eternal. That is the truth they found out. Srindantu Vishi Amritasya Putraha Ae Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedaha Vedam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parasta. You have to go beyond the darkness. You have to go to the enlightened, the one. And he is enlightened. Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parasta. Tamasa means the ignorance. Beyond the ignorance, he finds the truth. And what is that? He couldn't say it. He couldn't explain it. Because it is impossible to explain in words. You have to realize it yourself. You have to find it out yourself. That is the first thing that we find. Then it comes the two branches of knowledge. One gentleman who was a very wealthy person, his name was Shaunaka. He came to a monk, a rishi. They were not monks, they were rishis. And they only used to go on performing this type of things, finding out the truth and all this type of researches. And he came and asked a question, Shaunaka Havai Mahashalo. Say, you are some of the you are very young, I don't know whether you will understand it or not, because the prosperity is essential. And afterwards comes this question. When he is coming and asking this question, Shaunaka Havai Mahashalo. Mahashalo meant well-established person. After completing his duty, he is coming and he is not satisfied. With all the wealth, he is not satisfied. And to find out that, he came and he asked a very wonderful question. Kasminnu bhagavo vigyate sarvam idam vigyatam avatiti. By knowing which I can understand everything. See, that is the goal of everything. The chemistry's goal is to find out one by which all whole things. The physics is also trying to find out one matter from which everything has come out. That is the only goal. And that question was asked nearly 5,000-6,000 years before. Kasminno bhagavo vigyate. Bhagavo means the reverend one, respected one. By knowing what, I can understand everything. Sarvam idam vigyatam, whatever I see, so many varieties. But I will understand the main thing of it. Kasminno bhagavo vigyate sarvam idam vigyatam bhavatiti. Then he said, Dve vidde veditavve itiha asmaya brahmavido vadanti. He was so modest, so courteous, so gentle. He didn't say, I am telling you. No. He said, the previous people, the Brahmavida, the very knowledgeable people, they say, okay, I also know about it. And he is telling, Dve vidde veditavve. There are two branches of knowledge. Paracha eva aparacha. Now here we find out two different types of knowledge, two branches of knowledge. Aparavidya. What are the aparavidya? All external science. Whatever that we see. And there they say, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Shiksha, Kalpo, Vyakarana, Chanda, Niruttam, Yotishamiti. That means all that knowledge in those days, there were no chemistry, physics, mathematics, so they didn't mention this. But they only, whatever they were knowing, they mentioned all these things, even including Veda, the spiritual knowledge, the books that you found, that's also the Apara Vidya. But only that the book won't help you. If you are reading Bhagavad Gita, if you are reading the spiritual books and religious books, it is not the religion. You have to understand the truth. You have to realize the truth. So they said, no, it is also Aparavidya. Whatever the knowledge that you find, this is all Aparavidya. And there is a Paravidya. That means the science and then spirituality. Aparavidya means this external science. And Paravidya is the spirituality. These are the two branches of knowledge. And from here, we slowly develop. And that is the reason. In India, in those days, we developed in these two branches. There the spirituality developed, at the same time wealth. That's why the whole world, they were attracted to India. They came to India to find out India. Nowadays we are going out, going to the West. We are going to America, we are going to Europe, we are going to the rich places. But in those days, they used to come to India. Why? They developed it. So this knowledge is also necessary. But what happened? If we are only getting wealth, but not proper knowledge, because knowledge is power. I always say that because the knowledge is so important, so the Hindus particularly, they developed one worship, that's called Kali worship. God is Kali. And sometimes most of the people, they don't know the implications, what actually Kali means. It's knowledge. Through an image, they wanted to give us this thing, this knowledge. The Kali means having the garland of the Shiva heads, the human skulls, having as a garland. So that is sometimes people are frightened, they misunderstand it. But the head is the symbol of knowledge, head is a symbol of intelligence. So that's why the nature and the wealth from the knowledge is coming from where? From the nature. So the goddess Kali is nature. And because the nature is unknown, there's something we know and majority of portion we don't know. So see, it's black. The goddess Kali is black because of this. And here we find that she is holding a head like this because take knowledge is power. And the human being getting the knowledge but without restraint, what will happen? It will be destructive. We have so many instances of it. After the knowledge, if we don't have the restraint, that is destructive thing. That's why what we need next. Why education? Because education is power. Only with education, the human being can survive or nothing. And education is the only weapon that the human being can use and using it for the development, for the sustaining of the humanity. But if it is not properly maintained, what will happen? It will destroy themselves. And we are developing so many bombs and we are developing so many destructive weapons. So why? Because of this. So this is the next comes morality. Why morality? Because of this. And what are the morality? Here Swami Vivekananda, before I come to that, Vivekananda said, he is the awakener of modern India. And that India, majority of you know because you have read the history, particularly the younger people sitting over here, they also must be knowing that the India, it was subjugated under the so many rulers, foreign rulers, more nearly 700, 800 years. So obviously our originality was lost. And once again, a very powerful personality came, that is Swami Vivekananda. He alone shook the whole world. And through what? Through education. What type of education? Both. There is science and spirituality. Only scientific knowledge won't help. Only spiritual knowledge also won't help. We need the both. Then Swami Vivekananda said, he traveled the whole Europe and America and he saw their wealth, he saw their success. Then he started asking himself, there in his writings it is there, he started asking himself, why these people can do and we cannot? Then the answer came, education, education, education. Education is the panacea of all evils. It can solve all the problems. And what type of education? Then he says, we want that education by which character is formed. Strength of mind is increased. The intellect is expanded. and by which one can stand on one's own feet. The three things he is mentioning. First is character is formed. That type of education is necessary. Long back in our education system also, what they used to do, Satyam Vada, the first thing they used to teach. Satyam Vada Dharmam Jara. Swadhyaya Apramaditavyam. In Sanskrit, Apramaditavyam, you should not deviate from your study. You must go on studying, reading, and all books. You must get so much of information. And then afterwards, you must assimilate that education. Satyam Vada Dharmam Jara. What is the dharma? Dharma means, dharma for a student is only study. Chhatranam Uddhayanam Tapa. And I should not give my mind to this place of that place. That's called Brahmacharya. What is the Brahmacharya? Only concentration. So the two things are there for a human being. One is mind, another is body. And sometimes what happens out in our body, because it is changing and according to the nature, there are some demands are there in the body. But we have to control that thing through our mind. Otherwise we are failure. And that's why the first thing they say, Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means strong mind, controlling the body. The body senses is for only the animal instincts. What do the animal do? Only body and nothing else. They get the food, they are happy. And anything that they are going to do is nothing but concerned with the food, because they are concerned with the body. They have the happiness, and they have the anger, they have the love, they have everything that the human being is having. They like everything they are having. Only dharmena hina pasubhi samana. They say, except the religion, human being is nothing but an animal. Except the religion. What is the religion? Control of the senses. And what are the senses again? Whatever we are collecting through our senses, 5 organs. So the first thing they say, Brahmacharya. And Brahmacharya is in the beginning a concentration and purity of mind. And this purity of mind comes from what? And there, yesterday only we met and we were discussing. This is very wonderfully they are telling. What is the prayer? The prayer, only 2-3 things they are asking to God, the Almighty, the All-Powerful. What is that prayer? So that I can see good things through my eyes. Please, God, give me this opportunity so that I can hear good things through my eyes. I can hear good words, inspiring words through my ear. And let me have a good physique, good health, so that I can translate whatever I see, I can hear, I hear into action. And that is the prayer. See, this is the wonderful thing, the unique thing that was taught long back in our society. Bhadram karnevi srinuvama devaha. Bhadram, the good things. I must hear. Millions and millions of people are there, the human. I have seen in Andaman, you have heard the name, the islands of India. The people are there in the jungle. They don't know the use of clothing. They can't cook things. They don't know. Though they are having the fire, but can't cook. They are human beings, just like us. I went to them. I wanted to have a school over there for them, the jungle school. Now this is the thing, but just living like animals. Eating, sleeping, and one day they're dying. That's nothing else. The human life is not for that. It's something else. What is that? That is the thing first they are teaching us. That is, first is Brahmacharya, that you have to control your senses. How you can control your senses? By hearing some inspiring words, good words. And then you have to go down with that, sit quietly, and you have to go on pondering over that. Why they are asking us to do it? That is very, very important. When we are young, we do not know what to do. There Swami Vivekananda is saying, character is formed. What type of education? We know so many things. Nowadays, even the small children, they know, they can handle this electronic things. We do not know that much. They can do it so nicely. They will be doing it, sending letters and these things. Cut and paste, 2 words now they are using. Cut and paste, cut and paste. I was so wondering what is this cut and paste. Then I said, no, the cutting means this and pasting means this. And Control C, Control D, and now I am learning. So this, at this age I am learning Control C, Control D, cut and paste. And they know it very well from the beginning. So intelligent. But afterwards what? This is very important. At our time, in our time, there were seniors were there. The whole area, they used to guide us. The locality, the whole locality people, they were our guardians. Not only the father and the mother, all people they used to guide us. This is called education. Now our small family, we do not know. Hey, hello, how, sweetie, all these things are going on, but we are not caring about the others' children. Because we are concerned with our ego. This is the difficulty. Now we have to understand, any child over here is a human child and it belongs to humanity. Anyone, anywhere, doing something mistake. Only a few minutes before we were discussing how our Indian economy is going down and those people is doing this, doing that. Anyone, anywhere, any human group, if they are not developing, that effect will come to all the humanity. In Bengali, the Rabindranath Tagore is writing, Jare tumi niche phelo, she tomare ta niche paschate. If you are leaving someone behind, someday they will drag you down. There's no other way. And somewhere, some people doing something wrong and very, very dirty type of diseases is coming up. And then the whole universe, the whole humanity is affected. I didn't do anything wrong, but then I am suffered. Why? Because somebody somewhere they did. So we had to go together. Here, Swami is telling the character is formed. And what is the character? This is very important word. I don't have to watch too. Please. Please. The difficulty with the monks is that if they get the microphone and some audience, they don't know how to stop. So I tried to stop. So I went to Bangladesh, the one gentleman, he is so fond of talking. He was going on talking, telling so many things, he won't stop. Then somebody came from back and dragged him back. So that was the condition of the speaker. So this is the thing that really we are very, very concerned, Our days are numbered now. Someday we'll be passing away, we'll go away. But we like to see that happy society, happy people. That is exactly what the sannyasis they do, particularly the Ramakrishna mission. What is our goal? Service to humanity. We do not go to the caves. Of course we go, we do our penance and all that, we come back. But our object is very, very peculiar, not like the other Hindu sannyasins. This is Swami Vivekananda said, go to the humanity, tell them this. And what is that? He said, each and every one is having the special things that inside. Every human being. It's not the religion or not the language, not the caste, not the creed. Each and every one, each soul is potentially divine. Divinity is there, potentially. And what is the divinity? We always make mistakes the moment we listen about the divinity. Divinity is nothing but the love, L-O-V-E. And love means I love you, you also love me, I am giving you a gift, you also remember to give me back. No, that is not love, that is all business. The love means that without expecting anything, I am concerned about you. That is called love. I do not know you, but still I am so much concerned about you. Because I am concerned and that divinity is coming out, that is called love. Swami Vivekananda said, my philosophy can be said in 2 sentences. To make people aware about their divinity, to make people aware of their divinity and to help them to manifest it, that's all. And that is exactly what the Ramakrishna Mission people are doing. We go to the people, we do not know them, we talk to them. It's not the religion that's bothering us, not the language, not the culture. But only thing that, do you love your parents? Do you love your children? Do you love your family? Then why can't you love your neighbor? Lord Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. That is called spirituality. He is not only telling that only love those who belong to your caste, your creed, your religion, your language. No. Love thy neighbor. That is the love. And we are so much concerned about the children particularly. Today we are actually planning this thing for our children. You are growing up over here. You will be everywhere in the world. You will be in different families. Afterwards, settling you, so many things will happen. And if you are good, all goodness will come to the society. So many people will be benefited. Suppose you are a good doctor, so many people will be benefited. Suppose you are a good engineer, suppose you are a good administrator, so many people will be benefited. But if you are not, then so many people may suffer because of you. That's why we are concerned. What we have to do first is our, Swamiji is telling, character. And what is character actually? I don't tell lies, I am not stealing. Am I a man of character? No. He was a good man. And supposed to be a good man. In the society, you are supposed to. Otherwise, foolish people is there, administration is there. And character doesn't mean that by the fear of foolish, by the fear of law, I am practicing this thing. No, it is not that. The character means the one who can say no on the face of fear, on the face of temptation. There are so many things that you are going to get. They will be telling you, if you are doing it, and immediately I will give you all these things. And I am not going to tell that I am a man of character. I am trying to be, but this type of things happen in the life of everyone. In Andaman, I developed an ashrama because the people from mainland, they go, they marry the local girls and then afterwards they leave, and that is the main problem over there. The destitute children. They are not orphans, they are having the parents, but they are left by them. Then what they will happen? We wait. We collected them, the government also helped us. We started one home over there, Vivekananda home for boys. Then they started staying over there, and we have to feed them. We have to give them education. We have to do so many things, and we are not having money. We don't have the business, so what to do? Then for the donation, for the collection we are doing, and Andaman people do not know. Because they have not seen bakers, they have not seen the monks, everything is looked after by the government. Actually, this is the first time we are approaching. Will you please donate? They were wondering, why should I donate you? Who are you people? Like this. Now, suddenly one person came and he said, if you keep the 5 bags for only 2-3 nights in your ashrama, I will give you 1 bag to you. What these bags are containing? Then someone told that millions of rupees are there. And afterwards I came to know the CBI people went and there was a raid. He is a businessman and he was doing something wrong. He was reported, and I was not having 10,000 even. I was having 50 hungry boys. and not even the 10,000 to feed them. And I was getting the offer of so much of money. Nearly 1 crore he was offering me. I told him, I'm sorry, it's not possible for me to do it. He told them, the other people are ready to accept and they may, but I cannot. So this type of examination, sometimes there will be provocations, but we have to stand. Well, I can't. It's not possible that I will break down. I should not break down. How can I stick? You need an ideal. This is the main thing. If you have an ideal inside your mind, I cannot do it. I'm a human being. I have taken the oath. I'm going to do this. This is the thing that you have to keep in your mind. I should not. But if I do it, what happened? When I was a very young boy, I was free to go over here and there. Then my mother told one very interesting thing. She told, I cannot go on policing you. I'm not going to see what you are going to do. Only thing I am expecting from my son, that no news should come to me which will make my head hang. Now that I should not expect. And expecting whatever information will come about my son, that will make me happy and proud. There were so many temptations were there in the younger days, but constantly that words rang in my ear. I couldn't do anything wrong. It was impossible for me to do. Because the moment I am tempted, my friends are doing, but I cannot. Because if this information goes to my mother, what will happen then? What she will feel about me. So these are the ideas should be there. You listen to good words, keep one thing in as before you as an idea, stick to it. That is character. So where somebody is making you afraid, somebody is tempting you, you say no on their faces. And then strength of mind is increased. How the strength of mind can be increased? Constantly you have to go on harping on that idea. Now I am not weak. I am very strong. So many boys will be there, girls will be there, students will be there, committing suicide after the examination. Even if you are not passing in the examination, what has happened to you? Sky is not falling. There are so many people, they are leaving without knowing even the 3 hours. What is there? Why should they break down? I have something else. That's our Swami Ishatmanada Maharaja, one of the very famous monk of the Ramakrishna mission. He used to tell, in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioning, Sri Krishna is mentioning, it's not a spiritual book. Of course, it is a spiritual book, but at the same time, it's a psychology. Uttare Atmana Atmanam na Atma Avasadait. Uttare Atmana Atmanam. Try to help your mind with your mind. Nobody can help you. You have to help yourself. Uttare Atmana Atmanam na Atma Avasadait. Don't be dejected. Don't think, oh, I am of no use. Now you have some quality. Uttare Atmana Atmanam na Atma Avasadait. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu. Atmaiva Ritu Atmana. Your mind is your friend and your mind is your enemy. The simple words are so important. If we keep in our mind, it helps us. And that is called the strength of mind is increased. And that Swamiji, he passed class 10 and he joined the Ramakrishna order. In those days, that was allowed. And then when he started meeting the educated people, he started losing the confidence. These people can speak English, they're so decent people. I'm from a village, I don't have anything. What will happen to me? I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Like that he was going on, thinking. Then suddenly he read this. Uttare Atmana Atmanam. Then a very senior Swamiji, he was explaining, you have to help your mind and you have to rise, all these things. And then he said, well, I cannot speak English. I didn't get the opportunity to read in the English medium school. But I am a boy from a Kerala village. I can swim in the river. Can they swim with me? I have some quality. They may speak English, they have so many other qualities, but I am a boy from Kerala. I can climb the coconut tree so fast. Will he be able to do it that? See, he was going on suggesting his mind and getting encouragement. And afterwards, what happened? He learned such good English. So many books he has written. So many lectures he has delivered in English. And not only that, almost all the universities in the whole world invited him. Swami Ishatmanada. This is the story. This is not story, this is the fact. So we should not be dejected. If I am not good in this, I am good in that. Each is great in his own place. Swami Vivekananda is telling, a king can rule the country, but can he mend a shoe? And a cobbler can mend his shoe. Maybe that he cannot rule the country. It doesn't matter. Each is great in his own place. That strength of mind should be increased and intellect is expanded. This is also very important for the education. Intellect means what? Buddhi. And what is buddhi? In Sanskrit, we call buddhi, mon, all same. But buddhi means determinative faculty. It is expanded. How it is expanded? Like this. You have to go on reading so many success stories of so many people are there. And then you should get the confidence. And your intellect should be expanded. Oh, that person has come from, oh, he is coming from there. I should not talk to him. I should not mix with him. They are dirty. They are this, they are that. It's all wrong. Each one is having the same thing. Every human being having the same thing as I am having. That's why in the Mahabharata they say, what is religion is nothing but behaving with others as you are expecting others to behave with you. That is religion. And that is the intellect should be expanded. Behave it normally with everyone, and that after which he is telling, one can stand on his own feet. That is the most important thing. I am not going to beg. And particularly this word is actually related with our country. In India, the people are constantly going on thinking that somebody should help. Why? Why you are not helping yourself? What you are not earning? There are so many other conditions. But these are the main things. Then after learning this 3R, we have to learn 3 CS. These are the words of the modern day terminology. There's a 5 CASs you must have to learn. What are those? Communication. I know so many things, but I cannot communicate. And what happens? I go on brooding inside, and I get excited, I get frustrated, and I only ruin myself. We should not. I must have the capacity to communicate with others. The main problem in the human society is this. I cannot communicate. What I am thinking, I cannot properly communicate. That is the main problem. Then the 2 brothers, they were talking to each other. And what they were talking was good things. Dada, tu khechish. In Bengali, I went to a family and he was the younger brother, he was asking his elder brother, Dada, tu khechish. And Dada became angry. In Bengali, have you taken food? And the elder brother got angry. Why you are asking me like that? Whether I am eating or not, it's not your concern. It is my concern. They got angry. Unnecessarily they were fighting. So because lack of communication. He was good. He was asking only, have you taken food? But if he could communicate in a proper manner, he would have been so happy. My younger brother is concerned about me. So this is a very important thing for the younger generation, the modern generation. They should learn communication. Nowadays, I have gone to so many officers' houses, particularly when I was in Andaman, the Navy officers, the naval officers, they were there. I used to go to The moment I entered, the junior people will leave. No, the senior people will talk. What we are going to talk? We are going to talk about this only. The senior people will talk, so the juniors should not be there, the children should not be there. They will have their own. Unless and until they sit with the senior people, they won't learn. Yes, learning should not only in the classrooms, learning from everyone. Then collaboration, how to do work together. This is also very important. Nowadays, it is coming in the school curriculum. You have to lead. So, see, in our country, we are not having this type of, particularly in India, we are not having this type of things. But in England and others, what do they do? The children are playing only, follow the leaders. And somebody will be selected as a leader. And the leader, small kids, the leader will go on over here, over there, in the ditches, in the up, all they will follow. Once I have selected you as a leader, I am going to follow you. This is the wonderful way they are learning through games and from the childhood days there. And when here in our country, in India particularly, when we select a leader, from the next moment we start criticizing him. We need some time to work. Then I select my leader, and next moment I started criticizing. Well, how can he work? I'll never follow. And whatever he does or she does, I goes in opposition and I expect everything successful. How it is possible? So this is very important, that I have to think how to collaborate with others. Then critical thinking. Now it is only tick mark. In CBSC, ICSC, in all the boards, it is all the tick mark. All things are suggested. They are giving the tick and then they are giving the number. Critical thinking is necessary. I am having a friend. He was so nice to me. Suddenly, when I ran to him, he behaved very peculiarly. And I decided, I am not going to keep friendship with him. Then this is wrong. He may be suffering and there may be some problem. When the person has behaved so many days, so many years, so many times nicely, only once if he is not, that means something wrong with him. I must go and think. This is a critical thinking. The moment I am getting something, see, there is no problem, there is a situation, We create the problem. Actually, there is nothing is a problem. There is only situation. And when I am mishandling the situation, it becomes a problem. And when I am properly handling, there is no problem. So the word problem can be totally abolished if we can properly understand. And how? Through our mind, through our intellect, through our thinking. And that is very, very important. This is called critical thinking. Not only thinking, critical thinking. I have to properly think. As I was mentioning you about our rishis, how critically they were thinking. I don't know whether they were having the laboratories or not. But only through thought, who am I? Where from have I come? They solved it. Even today, we are studying, we are reading, and we are following the same path. The human being is nothing but the God manifested. How? This way. But we do not know. We are afraid. We are going to temple, we are going to churches, we are going to so many holy places to get the blessings of God when I myself is God. How can I be God? Because purity is there. And what is purity? Unselfishness is purity. The moment we talk about purity, we always think about every religion having the water, Some Jordan water, some Jam water, some Ganga water, all religions having the water. And they are thinking the sprinkling the water, I get the purified. Why? There are so many fishes are there in that. Are they pure? They cannot be. There's a thinking. There's a purity means that's only the suggestion is coming. Oh, I have taken the water, Ganga water, because I believe so many holy people have bathed, so many holy people did their tapasya by the bank of the Ganga, so Ganga water has become very holy. That is a suggestion that I am to my mind I am giving. But what is really holiness? Unselfishness. The Swami Vivekananda is telling, unselfishness is God. He is giving the definition of God. What is God? We go on talking about God. We are going on writing so many pages about God. But what is God? Very simple sentence, only one sentence. Unselfishness is God. How to become unselfish? So only these are the qualities we have to develop. Then creativity. We have to go on creating something. Then what comes? The jealousy won't be there if you can create something. If you can't do, how come the jealousy is coming to us? Because inferiority complex. When a doctor is getting some medal from the society, engineer won't envy. The doctors, they get this, okay. And when the engineers will get, I am going to get. So like that, if you have the confidence, then there won't be jealousy. When I am not having the confidence myself, then I am feeling the jealousy. So these are the critical thinking if I do. I have to develop something within me so that people start loving me. I won't talk with anybody. I won't help anybody, but everybody come and praise me. Is this possible? No. It is not possible. So think properly. If I am properly behaving, everybody will love me. And what the society is doing with me actually is the mirror. It's me, my behavior, my talking, my character, my everything reflected. If you are smiling at the mirror, mirror will smile back to you. If you are not smiling, then it will also be like that, like you. So we have to, this creativity is necessary, and finally, compassion. This is also very important. I have become good. I have been born in a very good family. I am getting so many things, but other people are there who are not getting. So I must pray to God, not for myself, but for those. God, I have got so many things. I have got so many opportunities, but there are people like me. They are not getting the opportunity. Please bless them. This compassion slowly will make you human. Otherwise, you are just like the machine. You are enjoying yourself and getting everything. Then someday when you are dying, the question will come within your mind, what I have done? And the answer will be zero, nothing. And we, the Sanatan Panthis, the Hindus, we believe whatever you do, that comes back to you. Each and every action has its equal and opposite reaction. We believe in karma phala. If I am doing bad, the bad thing will happen. Now I have got the opportunity because I did something good in my past life. And today, if I am not doing good, then I have to suffer in the next life. In the Upanishad, they very clearly mention, Nakasya prishtate sukrite anubhutve imam lokam hinataram bhavishanti. So friend, particularly I am addressing to my young people, and you be very, very careful. This is an opportunity. Human birth is precious. And in the human birth, education is most essential. And in the education, these are the things should be there. Not only information. If information is education, then the library is most educated. Or the computer is highly educated. No. It is these qualities, the human qualities. This should be there. And this is called morality. What is morality? This is called morality. The human being, always I say, this is just like a tree. If we are comparing the human life like a tree. The first and foremost, we should get, economy should be good. And only a few minutes before, our friends, they were discussing about the economy coming down in India. There's some we have to develop and all that. The economy should be good. And because economy is the root of a tree. But the moment there is a good economy and there is a difficulty, some fear, of bad character, bad behavior. Because a lot of money without education will make me thoroughly corrupt. I do not know how to use this money. So what I will do? There's sometimes some dacoits, they looted some millions of rupees and the police people got them. How? One of the dacoits, he was lighting the cigarette with the 1,000 rupees note. He burned the 1,000 rupees note and he was lighting that. Immediately people, they noticed, how can he do it? Then next day they found some bank was looted, etc. They informed the police, he was caught and threw him all his brains. So because he was not knowing what to do, how to behave. So like that, the money is coming, wealth is coming, but I do not know how to use it. This is the problem. So stem of the tree is nothing but the education. The root is economy, then the main stem of the body is education. All the branches are called so many varieties of our culture is there. So many different culture. This called all the branches. But the best thing of the tree is the fruit or the flower, and that is our dharma, the spirituality, the religion. That is the best thing. And the moment you become spiritual, then you start loving everyone. And wherever you are happy. So what should be the goal of our human life? To become a doctor, to become a professional, to become a rich man, to become No. The goal of human life is to get peace. So this is very, very important. So science can give us prosperity. Spirituality will give us peace. So both are necessary, this science and spirituality, because our goal is peace. We have so much, but I can't sleep. What is the fun of having so much of wealth? When I cannot sleep, I cannot eat, I cannot survive happily. So the peace is the goal. So education, why education? Because education is our strength. Without education, we cannot survive. And education with morality, that will lead us to the goal. What is the goal? Peace. Thank you very much.
We can have a few questions and answers.
We invite you for any questions. Swamiji will answer the questions.
Where is the mind? Where is the mind? Where is it?
അമ്മയൊക്കെ മോഞ്ചി മൈക്ക് ആ മൈക്ക് ഓൺ ചെയ്യും.
Ma'am, you were asking, where is the mind?
Yes.
You don't want to know what is mind. You want to know where is the mind in the world.
Where is the mind?
Now, there's a capacity in our thinking, in our thought, and that within that capacity, we, the Sanatanis, we have divided in 4 parts: Muna, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahamkara. And the whole total thing is called mind. Of course, this is in us, but we cannot operate the human body and can find it out. No. The doctors, the medical science, the modern science, they say this is a